Are you pursuing or planning to pursue food technology for your graduation or post-graduation and are confused about the career prospects and opportunities in the same? Or are you simply confused between the role of a food technologist working in the quality department from the one working in the R&D or from the one working in the production? Then this video is surely for you. By the end of this video, you will get to know about the various roles in the food technology sector and what role are you exactly expected to play once you're working at that particular position in the industry. So stay tuned till the end of this video to get the answer of all your questions and so that it can help you choose your career wisely depending upon your interest. There are numerous roles one can choose in their career in the food technology sector. So to begin with, we will discuss with the research and the development department. So the R&D jobs are really good to go if you have always been interested in trying out new experiments or formulations, or you have always been curious to know the effect of an ingredient or a group of ingredients on the product quality. So basically, your job in the R&D department will involve continuously working to develop better, innovative and newer products in order to strengthen the company's market position. So for instance, let's take an example of a company which deals in cakes and glazes. So you working in the R&D sector of such a company will be expected to continuously work in order to produce new glaze, better icings, flavors, etc. Now these kind of jobs can become really challenging once the competitor companies develop newer products very frequently. It can lead to pressure of our company also to develop more innovative products in order to maintain your company's market position. So for example, you must have already observed in the market, if one particular company, let's say a company of a chips, comes out with a new flavor or a new variant, then all the other companies try to focus on a similar flavor or other newer flavors to maintain their company's market position. Continuous benchmarking of the existing products is also done to realize gap, if any, in the food product and see how the product is performing in the market. So the R&D team works very closely with the other departments, for instance, packaging, quality or even production. So all the pilot scale trials are first handled by the R&D department and then they are handed to the production department with all the SOPs which have been developed by the R&D personnel, such as the process standardization, process mapping of the production activities, etc. So even the R&D team keeps on working towards looking for better packaging of the existing products. So the product reformulation will also be one very important aspect of the R&D department, where the R&D team will keep on working to make the existing products better, especially in account of any consumer complaint or in order to trying to use cheaper ingredients in the food product with maintaining the same quality and the taste of the food product. Therefore, the R&D works not only for the product formulation but also for all the preliminary work related to all the departments, where the pilot scale trials and the trials of the new machineries are one of the most important parts. So R&D will work for the product formulation, for trying to make the existing product better, trying to find out ways for waste utilization or even the byproduct utilization, reduction of waste, etc. Since career progression in R&D goes hand in hand with developing technical and research competencies, generally postgraduates or PhD holders might be preferred for the job over graduates or diploma holders. Also, this job might require you to pursue a PhD degree in future in order to enhance your research skills. The second role is of the production. So the production department has to convert the raw material into the finished product. So this requires a combination of both technical as well as the management skills. So it will require spearheading team of casual laborers, operators, technicians, etc., while also working closely with other departments such as supply chain, maintenance, quality, R&D, etc. Now let us consider an example of a bread manufacturing unit. Now the raw material such as the maida has to be converted into the bread loaves. Now there will be a number of equipment such as the oven, molder, proofer, etc. So there will be SOPs for each equipment. Other than that, any problems, stoppages or any abnormalities occurring during the production process has to be efficiently handled by the production personnel. Now, production planning is also a very important aspect of the production department. So the department will receive projections as to what has to be manufactured. So let's say X amount of white bread, Y amount of brown bread and Z amount of high protein bread. So it is the work of the production personnel in order to schedule the resource, human labors, etc. in the best possible manner in order to meet the production requirement. Next, we have the quality and the safety department. So, as the name suggests, your role will be to maintain the safety and the quality of the product. How can you do that? Well, this is done by conducting regular tests on each lot of the food material produced in the company. So, to understand this better, let us take an example of a dairy company. So, if you're working in the safety and the quality department of a dairy company, your job will be to perform all the tests on incoming milk such as fat, SNF, MBRT, temperature, etc. in order to take a decision regarding the acceptance or the rejection of the incoming milk. Now let's say the milk is accepted. The accepted milk goes to the processing section, and after the processing is completed, it again comes back to the quality and the safety department to again perform tests in order to confirm its safety and quality before it is finally dispatched into the market. So again, you will be performing tests such as phosphatase tests to check the efficiency of the pasteurization and thus to confirm its safety, and also other tests such as fat, SNF, etc. to make sure that it meets FSSAI or any other market regulations which are required for the product. So, other than performing the test, maintaining proper records of the same will also be your job. Now, it can be amazing to learn about the various tests and hold the most important decisions of a company regarding the acceptance or rejection in your hand very responsibly. So graduates, postgraduates or diploma holders with the specialization in safety and quality may be preferred for this job. PhD degree might not be very important for these kind of jobs. Also, being in the safety or the quality domain does not leave you with simply one option of quality control or quality checking. To maintain the quality of a product, a company needs to get various things in place. One of them, of course, being the regular checking of the quality of the product, but the other is the quality assurance. Yes, quality control and quality assurance are two different aspects of the quality management, and so is the job requirement. So the main role of the quality assurance department is to make sure that all the requirements such as the legal, customer related, etc. are met. They also work continuously towards the betterment of record keeping, quality, etc. Food quality assurance managers are responsible for managing quality and safety standards of the food products and the food manufacturing. So basically, they will make sure that the product meets all the regulatory requirements such as those set by the company as well as those set by the regulatory authorities. For this, the company may develop and review safety and quality policies and even manage audits by third-party inspectors. Managers may train quality assurance employees and they may oversee the manufacturing and the production processes. They also need to have the basic knowledge of the food safety standards and systems such as HACCP. Next we have is the supply chain and the management. So the supply chain department is an integral part of any company, especially in the food industry because of the perishable nature of both the raw material as well as the finished product. The supply chain personnel are not always food technologists, due to which there can be a competition of job with the candidates coming from other education backgrounds. Nonetheless, there are several roles available even for the food technology candidates. So let us consider the example of a dairy company which needs to procure milk from the dairy farmers and bring it to the production facility. Now this requires the proper maintenance throughout the supply chain, where the milk has to reach from the dairy farms to the production facilities in the required time while also maintaining the cold chain throughout the supply chain. This is also true for the finished product, where the milk pouch have to reach to the end consumers in the cold chain only. So, a good supply chain is of paramount importance to make sure that both the raw material as well as the finished product are in their best quality throughout the supply chain. The supply chain personnel also play a very important role in the purchasing the raw material with the best quality in the best price. So, the chocolate you love prepared from the cocoa beans coming from the Ghana, or the tea which is prepared from the plantation areas of the Assam, all of this require the work of an efficient supply chain management team. So the last role we have is teaching. So if you love food technology and you love teaching, you can combine both your interests and even pursue your career as an assistant professor. Now the PhD degree has been made compulsory for the recruitment as well as the promotion of the assistant professors from July 2021. Some private universities might still recruit master students. However, it is better to complete the PhD degree and then target these kind of jobs. Some universities might even demand UGC NET or ICAR NET score for the same. The job requires you to have good command over your tone, good presentation skills, as well as communication skills. Research skills are also very important, as well as publishing papers, as guiding students for their project or research work will be a regular part of your job. Now, you also have to be flexible to teach any subject which might come your way. The job might also be challenging, as you have to bring out the best in each student, from the most naughty ones to the most calm and the composed ones. Other than these roles, one can also go for government jobs in the food technology. To know more about the government jobs in the food technology, do not forget to see this video about the government jobs, where you will require all the information you need to know about the same. None of these jobs click to you? You still don't need to worry, since our upcoming video we will be discussing the lesser known food technology jobs. You never know, any of that job might be of your interest. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you don't miss out on our any upcoming updates. Also don't forget to like and share this video among other food technologists. Thank you for watching.